Guys, I've lived in the crazy city of Bangkok for over a year now, and I think I'm pretty confident to say that I know the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do if you want to be healthy and productive as a business owner living here. So I'm going to give you 10 tips that will help you save you a lot of time and pain and stress and keep you dialed in. So let's get into it. I've had my fair share of, lacking clarity, wasting time, getting unhealthy, just burning out in this crazy city. It's not easy to live here if you've never been here, and it's going to be your first time. So hopefully this saves you a lot of time and energy and pain. Right, so let's get into it. First one is lacking clarity. So anytime you're lacking clarity, it's a lot easier to get distracted, especially in Bangkok. You've got girls, you've got massages, you've got your friends, you've got a new thing every 20 meters. There's unlimited food, unlimited restaurants, unlimited things to do. And you can just find yourself kind of wasting time. I've seen it with plenty of people. It was me for a short period of time. So when you're lacking, more specifically, and it can get spiritual and deep, if you're lacking clarity with your mission and your purpose and your why and what you're doing in your business and why are you here and what is your business here to do, why, like anytime you come to a crossroad and you're a bit lost, you're way more vulnerable to get distracted, right? Especially in this city. It is literally made to just take your money and take your time and give you pleasure and loads of fun. Don't get me wrong, the city is very fun, but if you're lacking the clarity, then it can really take you and waste a bunch of time. All right, the second tip is to pick a realistic sleep and wake up time. So when I first got here, my good friend would tell me to try the 4 a.m. wake up, which I never really got used to. But I think the reason I didn't subconsciously, I'm aware of it now, is because if I'm here in the city, I kind of want to enjoy the life, especially at nighttime. I do want to maybe go for a walk at night or get a late night massage after a bunch of work, or just kind of walk around, or maybe I'm with a friend, maybe I'm with a girl, whatever, right? The thing is, if you pick, a wake up time at 4 a.m. or 6 a.m., you're going to have nights most likely where you're out with the boys or you're doing something or you're enjoying the city, right? Because there's so many things you can do at nighttime, right? And you're going to come back, you're going to sabotage your sleep. So now your entire day after is ruined. Your circadian rhythm is going to be rocked for about 2 weeks. Whereas if you do what I did now and I have a sleep and wake up time from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., that way, even if I'm with my friends, even if I'm with a girl, even if I'm doing whatever, I'm still home and able to sleep at 1 a.m. and wake up at 9. It doesn't mean I'm wasting time up until 1 a.m. I'm still at the desk working most likely, right? Up until that time, I just have the option of if I'm going to do something, I'm still going to have good sleep. I'm still going to feel good the day after. Whereas if you have a 4 a.m. wake up or a 6 a.m. wake up, 1 to 2 days a week, you're more than likely going to ruin that and you're going to have a shitty day. Whereas if you just keep it consistent, your circadian rhythm is going to be locked in. It's a huge impact on your performance. Your sleep and wake up time should be locked in. It's probably like one of the most important things to have for overall energy, focus, and productivity, right? So that is the second one. All right, the third one is socializing. So it can be very common and easy to just get into a little routine where you just wake up, go to your desk, work, have a break, work, eat, work, and then you just sleep and wake up and do it all over again. And an easy way to burn out is doing that because you're not seeing people outside of maybe sunlight and exercise, whatever. You're going to burn out just from not socializing. If you're not seeing anyone, like, you're not hanging out with your friends a few times a week, or you're not talking to many people, or you're not like dating or doing anything, you're going to burn out. You're going to hate your work and you're going to just feel lonely and feel quite shit. So especially in the city, I notice with entrepreneurs, we like to sit at our desk and just work all the time. Really make the effort, make plans with your friends, work with your friends, go to the gym with your friends, talk to more people, service workers, go approach people, go to the park, approach girls, just make friends with people. Me, myself, I'm a bit of an introvert, but even I make the effort. And yeah, if I don't do it, then I will start really hating the city and wanting to leave. All right, tip number 4 is to make sure you get sunlight. So you might think, Thailand, it's very sunny, it's very easy to get sun. Well, not really. The buildings are everywhere and the sun is just blocked 90% of the time. So you need to figure out a routine, places you can go around your condo where there is sunlight, park or a little nature strip, and just get there. You want to get at least 20 minutes of sun a day. Go to the park, go for a walk, get it on your skin, go outside in the morning. It's always going to be a habit, especially in the morning, find a spot around your condo where you get morning light. Sit there 5 to 10 minutes, do your journaling, do whatever you want to do, meditate, just get sun on you, because you will literally become vitamin D deficient living in Bangkok if you're not consciously trying to get sun. Even my pool, where my rooftop pool is, it doesn't really get much sun. There's only a few hours in the day when the sun is angled the right way, then you'll get sun. And I have to consciously make myself go get sun. And so if you don't get sun, you're going to start feeling depressed. You're going to not have much energy. You're going to lower your testosterone. And sun is one of the key things for good health. So you got to make sure that you're getting sun and figure out a routine where you can get sun every single day, right? All right, tip number 5 is to be more mindful. Now, this city can be very chaotic. Even if you're not living in a city, a lot of people lack mindfulness. You know, your phone, mainly social media, your phone and dating apps and all this stuff, right? It can make you very scatterminded. Now, imagine all of that, plus a business, plus living in a crazy city where there's so many things happening, people, cars, noises, lights. It can fry your brain, especially if you're weak-minded. It's going to be very hard for you to control yourself here and be mindful and be present. So I find that living here is especially more important to be more mindful. It doesn't mean you have to meditate and journal. Those definitely help a lot. It just means maybe time away from using your phone. When you're cooking food or eating, don't have any stimuli. In your first hour of the day, make sure you don't have any stimuli. When you just take time throughout the day, go for a walk, lay by the pool, get a tan without any stimuli. This helps let your brain breathe and lower your stress and reset your dopamine a little bit, right? Super important in a busy city, especially entrepreneurs. You know, you're popping Zins, you're drinking coffee. All this stuff will put you in a rut so quickly. You're checking apps, notifications, business calls, friends. You can burn yourself the fuck out. So have your time alone and get your mindfulness upgraded, right? Actually, one more tip for that is to try and have the first half of your day very low stimuli. So you're just working, you're training without music, you're journaling, you're doing one task at a time, your phone is muted, and then later in the night you can indulge a little bit, check a few reels, call your friends, see people, do whatever you want to do, right? But just don't do it throughout the day, especially. That is going to fry your brain. All right, number 7 is get around nature. So it kind of ties into tip number 6, manage your dopamine properly. But when you live in a concrete jungle, over time, your body, your biology, your spirit is going to hate where you are. There is times where I look at the city, I'm just like, I fucking hate it. Like, I'll have a great day, like whatever, the day before, but there's something inside you. You're hardwired to be around nature. It's very unnatural. We are not wired to be around concrete jungle. So find a park near you. There's a few in Bangkok especially. There's a park I walk to pretty much every day the past few weeks. And yeah, I'll just kind of sit in the grass, chill out, talk to some people, even just go for a walk, call my friends, whatever. And that really keeps me aligned. It was one of the mistakes I made when I first came to Bangkok. I wasn't getting around nature nearly as much, and it just made me depressed. You know, some people don't believe in the whole nature thing. It's just how we're wired. Get over it, get used to it, and put your fucking feet in some grass, all right? All right, tip number 8 is to get physically active. I feel like most people don't really struggle with this. I feel like it's quite easy to train and also eat very clean in Bangkok. It's usually the other things, but if you're not physically active, try and be. Take calls on walks, walk in the morning, go to the gym. You've got condo gyms. There's no real excuses. Do some shadow boxing, push-ups, just move your body more. It's really not that hard. I'm not even going to talk much about this because I know that most people don't actually struggle with being physically active. It's probably the opposite. They overtrain. Right, that was definitely me. All right, number 9 is to not be a work freak. So as I said before, it's very easy to just work, and neglect everything else, and you're just going to burn yourself out very quickly. You can still work very hard and prioritize your business, sure, do that. But if you just work, you're going to find yourself depressed very quickly because you're avoiding sun, you're not hanging out with people, you might not be eating properly, you're not moving your body, and you're just working. And when you're all in on work and maybe work isn't going that well, especially, you tend to burn out very quickly. So live a healthy, normal life and work hard. Don't just work hard and live in your condo. You will find yourself depressed and wonder why. Well, it's probably because you're just working very hard. So it goes hand in hand with all the other tips I'm giving you. I'm not saying you need to work hard. Again, everything I'm talking about on my channel is to keep things sustainable. You might think I'm saying work less. Well, yeah, you're going to end up working more and better quality work when you take a bit of time off work to improve your health, right? Because what you're probably doing now is not sustainable and you're losing a lot of time, burning out, under recovering, low energy, brain fog. So these are just things we need to do to serve our biology. Don't work so much. And along with that, I want you to do activities that actually give you energy. For me, that's sparring, that's kickboxing, that's going to the park, that's getting my morning sun. I just like little things like that. But you want to do things also that just lower your cortisol. Don't just spam your cortisol with work all day. Also enjoy your weekends. You've worked a lot the entire week. Cities are very nice to walk around on the weekend. Enjoy time with your friends. Try a new restaurant. Play some golf. Do some paddle. Go to the gym with your boys. Get a massage with your mates. Smoke some cigars. Or whatever you want to do. Do things that just take you away from work. And honestly, every time I have a great weekend, my week is so much better because I just feel so much happier and full of life and excited. Whereas if you're just living to work, work feels great. You're chasing your mission, sure, but you can really get burnt out of it if you're not having joy with your friends and doing things that give you energy. So that is tip number 9. Number 10 is to try and turn all of this into a routine. This is going to be the main task for you from this video. Look at your daily routine and try and figure out how you can incorporate all these things, which I wrote down. So try and figure out, start with a bedtime routine, a realistic wake and sleep routine. Figure out days and times you're going to socialize, even if it's just doing a co-working session or training with your friends or weekend activities. Make the plans, do the initiative, approach people, whatever. Just figure out a schedule, what makes sense for you. Figure out time where you can get sun. Where are you going to go to get sun? Figure out times you're going to do mindfulness. Are you going to meditate in the morning? Are you going to journal? Are you going to do it at nighttime, middle of the day? Meditate, pray, whatever it is. Manage your dopamine properly. Have a rule to not spam your dopamine system early in the morning, especially in the city we live in. Indulge a little bit at night. Sure, I'm not saying to completely cut everything out, right? Nature, figure out time and a place where you can get around nature, right? Be physically active. Most of you guys are already good with that. Don't be a work freak. Have rest and recovery time. Have a cut-off time for work, right? And that's it. The last tip I'm going to give you is to just leave the city every 6 to 8 weeks. If you've been doing this, you're working hard, you're doing everything you can. Around 6 weeks is when you start to kind of feel like, fuck, like I want to just leave. And I was like the health and performance big ego master. I didn't leave the city for like the whole time. I think I only went to Phuket to like leave the city really after like, I got here in, I think May 2024, and I ended up going to Phuket in like December, or no, it would have been November, I think. Maybe October, I'm not sure. And when I went to Phuket, and even just landing there and getting in the taxi on the way to my hotel, it was just like, I felt like it was the first time I was breathing in my life. Like it was so relieving, just having things spread out and nature and people are more relaxed. And it, or even me just thinking about it now, I just feel relaxed thinking about, you know, that week in Phuket, how relieving it was getting out of the city. You know, I took breaks from Bangkok, but I ended up just going to other cities. I went to Hanoi in Vietnam, and I went to Phnom Penh in Cambodia, and it was just city to city, and it didn't help me recover. I was still slightly burnt out the whole time, and try and leave the city, even if it's just out of the city by like, I don't know, 40 minutes, an hour, or a closest beach town. You don't have to fly somewhere fancy. Just get out of the city, change your location, take some time off work, and you will thank me. So those are the 11 tips. Hope you guys found that useful. I did have a few requests for this, and I know it's super important. I definitely know what I'm talking about for this. And yeah, if you think I left something out, then leave a comment. Obviously, there's other things like eating healthy and stuff, but I don't think most people struggle with that. I think it's quite easy to eat clean here. There's a lot of, you know, big cities, you can get all the types of foods you want. You just have to be a little bit disciplined. But anyway, if you found this useful, leave a like, sub, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.